beautiful, beautiful Romania tomorrow. He's going to a theater festival, so he'll be performing with the rest of his colleagues from Cal State Long Beach. So that should be interesting.
Romania. That's
Romania,
why.
yeah.
I've never even been close to Romania.
Let's see. I mean, probably the closest I was when I was in. It's hard to say. Passed through Yugoslavia on the way from Istanbul to Vienna. So that
Okay.
was Belgrade. That's kind of close. Uh, it's probably the closest I was. That was back before the Iron Curtain came down. It's
Mm,
when Yugoslavia was still Yugoslavia.
right. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, hold on. Uh, let's see. I've been to Slovenia.
Well,
Maybe
that's
that's a little closer.
I don't know. Isn't Slovenia closer to the
No, no.
Dalmatian coast?
I'm just saying it on the basis of my own personal travels. I
Oh,
was
okay.
just
That's probably
trying.
pretty close, unless you were in Poland
Well,
or
yeah, but Warsaw is farther away. It's actually a good bit further away.
that's
Well, of course, it depends. I was going to Bucharest specifically. It depends on exactly what part of Romania you're
that's true.
using as the base.
Transylvania.
Right.
Yep.
Athens.
All right. So I think we're all on the same page here. Hopefully, with it being the 5 a.m. turn, you
Right.
guys have set up. There are, it looks like, Dutch cavalry down in the south. Uh, yeah, that looks like Dutch cavalry, right? Yeah,
Yep,
movement of
that's
Oh,
six.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, and then there are, looks like more Dutch infantry and stuff like that over here by Vaison.
Yeah.
Okay, and then all the British stuff is off in the off map portion of the the game in box A, B, and D.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So tell me how you guys have got stuff organized because I know there was some talk about there being detachments or this or that or something else.
Yeah, exactly. So we were going to need to explain that to you. So, that we were restricted in what we're allowed to associate for the detachments.
Okay.
And so after thinking about it, I think Prince Waldeck is just in charge of the Dutch cavalry down south,
Okay.
and Koenigsegg is in charge of. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, David, because you're the one who actually placed them. But I think he's in charge of all the units on the map. Otherwise,
Yep.
okay. So then the ones that are off map are part of the main army.
And they're with Cumberland then.
So
Hmm.
Okay.
Koenigsegg here, he's got Multi and he's got the Dutch infantry.
Okay. And is he so how do they so is that considered attachment or is it just a second army or how?
He's a
So
detachment also.
yeah, so they're detachments, and so the rules are, as we've experienced them before. Once a detachment starts taking activations, then you gotta go all the way through that. If you do any other activations from any other unit, then the remainder of that detachment is limited to limited activations. The army, the line of command is to the detachment leader for the units in the detachment, and so the only people who actually care about Cumberland being the army leader are the people in the main army.
Right.
So basically, in many ways, yes, it is like from a line of command perspective, it's like three separate armies.
Okay. So Prince
From
Waldeck
a
is a separate detachment from
correct,
Koenigsegg.
correct,
Okay, so you basically have the main army under Cumberland and then two
right,
detachments.
exactly,
Okay,
yes.
cool.
Now, I did have a question with that in the detachment or in the Allied rules. Let me get the rule number here. Just so let me find
Mhm.
it. With Waldeck being a detachment, how does that affect um, 4.2c?
4.2c. Uh, uh,
Page 11, right at the
yep,
bottom.
yep, 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 yep. Oh goodness. And thanks to any Dutch leaders, oneself, wants not direct. Hmm.
The last few lines of that paragraph is it says also if he is himself is activated, he can activate any Dutch commands within his command range.
I mean,
Any two Dutch commands within his command range.
yeah, that's a good question, and I don't honestly know. It it feels like the choice to put him in a detachment supersedes that.
Yeah, it might.
It,
That's why I was asking.
it feels like it should because that I don't know. I could kind of see that going either way. I was just um, I kind of would have preferred that it said right.
Yeah.
And if we look under the rules about creating the detachments, it probably isn't going to make a reference back to that, is it?
Didn't find it, but
Yeah. Mhm. Where did it talk about those detachments? Um, where did it talk about those? Oh,
it,
7.8 rather.
yeah.
Cannot be changed or altered except to disband them. If the allies are activating commands of a detachment and they are afflicted with any special results at calling for an activated command that is not part of the detachment, the special result doesn't count against the allies for purposes of series rule 24b. Yeah, okay, right. Use of allied detachments gives the allies more flexibility and can be used as an option for 5. It's an integral part of section 7. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with my original thought on that. So if you want to leave it as as a single army, then that's a choice. Detachments are an option that we chose to do. We didn't have to do it. So I don't know. What do you think? Anybody
I,
really care?
it,
I mean, it if it's an attachment, I would have. I mean, the rules I thought when I had read through it seemed to indicate that it's kind of like like a wing leader kind of a thing or situation, right? And I think I've got some some French cavalry. It's the same sort of thing where I get some guy
Yes,
and then he can put two or three things under his
that's right.
command, and it's not he's not really a wing in the sense that we're used to
Right,
later on, but it's their way of kind of fudging it, given
right,
how wacky the command structure is for all of these armies.
right.
So I kind of thought that was the same thing with that Dutch unit. So I don't
Well,
know.
the truth is, it may never matter because it kind of depends
And yeah, but
on
I
how
can
battle.
actually see that happening where I could choose to activate him and then be able to use two of the commands down there at the same time. But whatever. But
Well, I mean, that's
Yeah.
if you get a wing command, or is that just
no,
anytime you
it's not a
activate
win.
him?
It's just an activation of him. It says if you activate him.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, do you? Well,
Well,
did
That's
you?
why I
What?
want to
Yeah.
ask which way we want to go with it and stuff.
so I would certainly say, um, if he himself is activated, he can activate any two Dutch commands within his command range. So clearly, he's got two commands under his command right now, right?
Well, he's got five
Oh,
total.
I'm sorry. Of course, it
He's got
is.
two wings under his command.
Right, right. So I would say that I don't think there's any ambiguity that he could do that within his own detachment.
Okay,
And
that's what I meant. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think the only question would be the way it's written. It says any two Dutch commands within his command range. Obviously, now they're so far apart, there's no way he could. But what I would be more uncomfortable with was him commandeering Dutch commands that are part of another detachment. That was the only thing that
Okay.
I was thinking,
All
gosh,
right.
I don't know. But I would think certainly amongst the commands that he's got under his control, absolutely he could do two of those. I
Okay.
would say so.
Okay. So we'll do it. So I can. So in that respect, then I would be able to say, oh, if I wanted to, I could activate him as a command, and then activate two
Of his
two of the
coordinate
single
commands,
commands
yeah.
under him.
Yeah, yeah.
At some. Okay. All right. Second question I had here: when a single unit when a unit moves into a hex, where is the movement point? What hex is the movement point expended? The hex that they moved into, or the hex they started from?
Asking how many movement points can dance on the head of a
Head of a
pin?
yeah. That's what I'm wondering.
Yes.
How many angels
Oh,
can dance on the head of a pin?
it
Yeah.
actually has. You'll see why I'm asking in a second.
Well, yeah, I can hardly wait. Um, my my thought process is that you're expending the movement point in the new hex or crossing the hex side, but we know for purposes of op charges or opportunity fire that it actually happens as you're leaving the hex. So kind
Well,
of before you've actually spent the movement point.
now, the reason I'm asking is because the way barricades under 3.6,
Uh-huh.
page 9, they
Yeah.
actually say in order to move, a player must have a unit spend its entire movement allowance in the hex.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So you're saying does that mean that they either have to move in a previous turn and spend an entire turn there, or
Right.
can they move in
If they were one hex away and they
and
move
spend
in,
the entire turn there? Hmm. Must spend its entire movement allowance in the hex. Yeah, that's interesting the way he says it that way.
yes,
It does seem to suggest that if you walk in and expend all your movement points, not just the two it was going to cost you to move in, but all
right.
of them, then would that be sufficient? That is not how I read it, but now that you call attention to it, it does kind of suggest it. It doesn't say must spend the entire movement segment in the hex.
Yeah,
Could
but
have said that.
that's what's implied by it.
No, I mean it is what I
Yeah,
assumed,
because
but that's not.
otherwise you could you got somebody in road column, they spend everything, and then the last half of their movement point that's remaining, they burn
No,
to
no, no,
take out the
no,
barricade. I mean,
no.
come on.
That's not what it would say.
Right. Well, that seems to be what you're implying by
No,
spending your movement
no,
remaining movement
no,
points or whatever.
no. It doesn't say that. It says it must have a unit spend its entire movement allowance in the hex. So if you're walking along a road, that means you've already expended some of your movement allowance outside the hex. So that wouldn't count. It would only count if all the movement points that you spent were spent in that hex,
Right.
which means you'd have to have been adjacent.
Or you
Yeah,
move in, and then you spend the
Say that
entirety
if
of the
you,
next
that's why I'm
turn.
asking, because that's
yeah,
the way
yeah.
it says. It says you can, if you were adjacent, you use that. That's why I'm asking,
Yeah, yeah.
where is that movement point spent? Is it spent
Yeah.
in the hex you moved into, or?
Yeah, it doesn't say you have to spend your entire movement segment in the hex, but it could have. It says instead you have to spend the entire movement allowance in the hex.
So what's your
Interesting.
move? I mean, your movement allowance is for an infantry unit, it's 4. For a cavalry unit, it's 7 or 6. Right?
Sure, sure. Yeah, that's a really interesting one. Because obviously you're gonna spend 2 if you're an infantry unit. I'm just presuming we're talking about an infantry unit. You're gonna spend 2 to move into the hex, and then you'll sacrifice the other 2 because you can't use them. You need to spend them in the hex.
Right.
I don't know. That's a really great one. Don't know. I
And I
guess
don't know it, and I thought maybe you'd go, oh, in the movement rules it says right here, but
I don't know. Um,
let's see.
I mean,
I mean,
even if I found it in the
I
movement
think it
rules,
makes sense would be that you would move in there, and then and then the following turn you have to spend the entire turn sitting there clearing the barricade, and then after that you would move away.
But the reason, and I can't, there was something I came across either later in these rules or just in the regular rules where it mentioned something and it didn't handle it that way. And I don't know where I saw that at the moment. I should have grabbed that.
well, the good news is, the rate this game plays, we probably have a chance to get an answer from Matthew before it actually becomes a point of concern. I mean, you got to be at least 2 turns away from getting to any of those hexes, aren't you?
No, he's got somebody in road column he was going to send right up the road to clear that first
Well,
barricade.
Well,
it
he
would
won't clear it. He
I
would
mean, to
have to
get there,
stop.
right? Yeah.
He would have to stop next to it.
all right.
He would have to stop next to it at the end of his turn, and then that's what I was at. Is the next turn then where did
Well, but hold on. I mean, other than just the point of curiosity, that unit's got more than enough movement points to get to and be in the hex.
Yeah.
So in that case, it would be moot because it's going to be the next turn before he could remove it anyway.
Oh, I guess all right.
Because whether he's adjacent or in the hex, and he can be in the hex, right? I mean, I'm just looking at movement points and things.
Does it can't use road movement to go through? Does that mean he can use road movement to stop in the hex?
I would say so, yeah.
Where are the rules even for the barricade?
3.2 something.
It's like page 8 or 9 or there, whatever.
Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. All right.
Barricades. Okay. Starts the game with 6 barricades. No units may enter or move through the barricade via road movement. Okay, so you couldn't enter it in road movement.
Yeah, I can't enter it.
Right.
Interesting.
In order to remove the barricade, it must have a unit spend its entire movement allowance in the hex.
Oh, here's what I thought. They gave a little Fontenoy rule summary.
Okay.
And under it, it says to remove them, a unit must end its turn in the hex and be marked disordered.
Well, that's weird because that's not really the same thing at all.
Right. It says in order to remove the barricade, player must have a unit spend its entire movement allowance in the hex. That unit is disordered at the end of its move for the trouble of clearing the barricade. Remove the barricade counter. Place the disordered marker on top. Blah, blah, blah. Skirmishers are never... Okay. Any non-skirmish unit in barricade hex has a fire defense of 5. Okay.
Right. Now that's what, and the Fontenoy rule summary is why I questioned it, because it said it just must end, which means if he was next to it, he ends the move in that hex and then disordered.
Well, but I mean,
So
it just must end its movement is a completely different concept, because that would suggest you could have marched from 3 hexes away. I mean, think about this one specifically. I mean, an infantry unit could have gone 1, 2, 3, 4. I ended my movement there, but that's clearly not what the rule itself says.
right.
The rule says you got to spend all your movement points in that hex. And so then the only question is moving in from an adjacent hex spending the movement points in that hex? I don't know, and here I am furiously looking it up.
I think it's a case where you would have to move in, and then the next turn you sit there for the whole turn clearing the barricade. Well, what do you mean by it's not? It says you spend your movement allowance, your entire movement allowance. What's your entire movement allowance? For an infantry unit, it's 4. For a cavalry unit, something else.
That's why he's asking the question: when are you spending movement points? Where are you spending them if you move into that hex? Are you spending them in that hex? Or are you spending them in the previous hex? Because if you started adjacent,
right,
and you move directly into that hex,
yep,
you've spent the 2 movement points because of that hex.
right.
You spent them in that hex. And then you say, okay, and then the other 2 movement points I can't use because I'm going to spend all my movement points in this hex.
Right. And so what I'm saying is that it's a case where, and we've seen this with some other like stuff with some La Bataille stuff, where like clearing a chevaux de frise or whatever else, you move there, or you're repairing a bridge or something. You move there, you spend all of your movement points, and then the bridge is repaired or whatnot. But it's not this thing where the second to last movement point I have, I move into that hex.
No one is suggesting that. No one is suggesting that.
So maybe I'm not sure where the confusion is. So he moves an infantry unit into the barricade hex, right?
No, let's just say this guy is right here.
Okay.
All right. The next turn comes. Boom. He moves there.
Right.
Where did he expend the movement point? Which hex did he expend his movement points in?
Where did he expend?
At the end of this turn, then that would be cleared. That's all. I'm.
Okay.
So what if he started 2 hexes away?
No, then it's not.
What if he started 3? No, but it's the same difference, isn't it?
Stop.
No.
If he was 2 hexes away, then he clearly spent some of his movement points in a hex other than that one. It's only if he's directly adjacent that he's spending all of the movement points in that hex. However, it turns out it's all moot, because I found on Consim World, Matthew, in July of 2012, says, here's this clarification to make it crystal clear. The removal of a barricade takes all of a unit's movement points.
Okay. All right. Great. I'm glad you found that. Cool.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
So that means you move in, and then the following turn you spend all of your movement points clearing the barricade.
Right.
Okay. Which is
The other implication to it is that it is a movement action, therefore subject to op fire. If you're disordered by the op fire, then you don't complete your movement. Ergo, you don't remove the barricade.
okay.
Make sense? And of course, your target value is only 5 when you are removing a barricade.
Right.
So in other words, you are very vulnerable and very possibly going to get disordered. Maybe not, but possibly. So, yeah. So in that sense, that's obviously a great setup, right? Because it means that probably it would be good to try to brush those guys back before you try to clear the barricades, because that way they can't shoot at you while you're clearing.
Right.
But yeah, it looks like you have to move. You have to move in now. Now, what did we just say? That you can't move in to or through when in road column.
Right. Can't even
Right.
move
So
in
let's
row.
go back to those hussars just for laughs.
Yeah.
Actually, it's even a little worse than that now that I think about it, because if they ran in road column up to the barricades, it would take all their movement points the next turn to go to march column so they could then enter the hex. So that actually wouldn't do them any good at all. They'd actually probably be better off using road column to get to the edge of the woods, go into march column, and then move in and try to get to that hex. And that might not be possible. Might be too many movement points.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. That's why I'm glad you found that on that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Yeah, I searched for barricade, and there were only 5 things in the last, 15 years that had the word barricade in it. A couple of them were from Quebec, because I'm pretty sure there are barricades
Oh,
in
yes.
the.
There are barricades in Quebec.
I haven't played it since I actually got the official copy.
Well, that's
The
the
only
same
time-
with most of the playtesting I do.
Yeah.
You play
Yeah,
test
by the
it so
time
much
you-
and you're like, I'm kind of done with this. It's like,
I should probably
I
at the
don't
very
think I need to
least get
play
up.
this again for a while.
Punch them out and look at it.
Yeah.
And the other nice thing about the Quebec battles is they're small enough that you can afford to just kind of set them out, play them.
Right.
It's not like, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing until September. Anyway.
Okay.
All right. Well, very good. So what did we decide? Did we decide that we're what what are we looking for?
Did we need to meet for a second?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't. It looks like the French have a +1 on our +1 on our initiative rolls, and
Because I think I'm a
oh, and
plus
that's
5 and you're a +4, right? For Cumberland, right? Yeah.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, and then oh gosh, I don't know why I didn't even think to do this, but of course. This confirms what you and I talked about last time, David, that we're starting at 5.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I did find that also.
Yeah. It was surprisingly difficult to find that in the rules, but you did finally find it in the rules, and here it is on the turn record track as well.
Right. But it does say it. It's there. Because I double checked it in the scenario rules.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was it was just hidden somewhere. I didn't see it right away.
It's in the middle
Okay,
of a
well,
paragraph. So,
yeah, well, that's not a good place for it.
Yeah.
all right. Well,
All
Michael,
right.
as usual, it's your turn to chuck the
Hide among
dice.
words.
Oh my
Do we
God.
have to? Do we have to do any rolls here at the beginning? Because
Do we?
it's a modified um, phase at the beginning now. Every turn starts with some possible die rolls.
Really?
Does it?
Yeah, it's not just that the
We're not rolling for
you got
initiative like we usually do?
What are you talking
What,
about?
what am I missing? So, David, what are we rolling for other than initiative?
that's what I'm looking at. It's on the chart here, the different things, and those can happen. Some of those can happen every turn, not just the.
What?
What chart are you looking at?
I'm looking at the turn record track.
Turn record track.
I don't see anything. I don't understand what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
There mentions in the rules that there you don't just check the like the morale at the beginning of each 00 hour.
Don't? Why not?
Because it said you do every turn. There's certain things to check, and that they put it on the thing. Let me find it. What?
Looks
All
like
I'm seeing on the chart is
stop sniffing
scenario
glue.
6, end turn is 11 or more. Start at 5 a.m.
Flexible commands. Modified turn sequence. Fontenoy has 4 new sequences in the Army morale check phase as follows. Modified Army morale check phase is to be used each turn.
Stop.
So
Chill.
where is it?
2.3.
2.3.
Okay, but-
And they bolded each.
Lowendahl release check. Tournay activation optional. Tournay check optional.
Okay.
Morale, Army morale check.
And those are on the 00
Right.
Yeah,
Army
right,
retreat
right.
declaration.
declaration.
Okay, well, so there is no Lowendahl release check because nothing's happened that would cause Lowendahl to be released.
Okay.
Because the things that would require to release him is somebody entering from whatever it is, WXZ, or noon happening, or one other thing that can cause him to show up. Maybe cracking the perimeter, I think, may be the other thing. None of which are likely to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, an allied unit exits the north side of the Bois de Berry. The 12 o'clock
Right.
turn is reached.
Right.
In scenario 6, if interest comes on X, Y, or Z, or
Right.
4, the beginning of the turns determine the allies have cracked the perimeter. Yeah, so
Right.
we don't have to worry about
So-
that.
So that's not something to worry about straight away.
Right.
Tournay activation. Now that is something that could happen, and that would be if you decide, Eric,
Right, to pull troops away
to
from
pull troops
right.
away, and then during the Tournay activation step, those units may be chosen as reinforcements, and then what was it? They're placed on a game turn track 3 turns later
Right.
on the map. So I mean, you select them and then put them on the time track, but that's all that actually happens
Right.
in that segment. And then the Tournai check is where the besieged Dutch may sortie.
Correct.
Okay. But that we only check at the top of the hour. Although I presume if you did a Tournai activation like immediately, then I guess we would do a sortie check immediately as well.
Right.
Then the regular army morale check at the top of the hour. And then army retreat declaration. And again, I still find this all very odd, the way he treats this.
Yeah, I wanted to give him the option to retreat right now if he wanted.
Very civil. Very
That's-
civil.
That would be great. We spent all of last week talking about what optional rules we're going to be doing. And I say, oh, the French are declaring retreat.
Well, the truth is he was going to declare a retreat until I found that thing about the barricades rule.
There you go.
And that gave him hope. Yeah, so now he's going to stand and make us take them all.
There you go.
Yeah, so the army retreat declaration is really weird because it's, unless you're using that weird optional rule, it's like the game's over. But I guess this is when you check. But it seems like you would have checked during the army morale check.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it just seems a little weird. But, okay, so I think what we've agreed is that none of that applies. Unless, Eric,
Yeah.
you want to send some troops to the battlefield?
No. Not necessarily. We can beat you without those 3 extra militia units or whatever the hell we get from it.
I don't know. It was a fair number of troops, wasn't it?
Well, if I take the whole thing, but then there's a better chance that there'll be a breakout.
Yeah.
So what's
In
the
which
point in
case
that?
they all have to turn around and go running back. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a fair number of troops there. But yeah, I mean, I take your meaning. You probably don't want to get too cute with it, especially since you have no idea if the battle's well in hand anyway.
Yeah.
So, all right. Okay. The red die is red for the British,
Yep.
and the blue die is blue for the French. Fair?
That's although I'm looking at most of my units, they're all red and blue. So
Yeah.
and we got our Pantaloon Rouge. So yeah,
Well,
let's go with red coats, blue coats.
Better than the Pantalon Brune.
That is solidly one for the
And
French.
And a wing.
A wing and a prayer. So, well, let's see. So we don't want to have David get too carried away with himself there. So we'll have to do something. So we will activate our assassins in the Bois de Berry. They are an independent command. So I don't think I need to roll for my leader there, do I? For Colonel Grassen.
So, that's right. He is actually, they're not independent units. They're members of an independent command.
Right.
I forgot that.
Yeah.
I think you would if he's not within reach of Desax. I mean, you need to put himself in command.
Well, I was just curious because
I'm just
showing
looking
him
to
as
see.
as a double asterisk flexible command. So I didn't know what that
Okay,
meant.
all right. Well, let's look up the flexible command bit. That was a little confusing because the flexible command, where was it? Oh, it was so hard to find.
Right, it's right near the beginning here, and that was
There it is. There it is. There are 3 special commands in the game which have characteristics of normal commands and also of independent units. Uh, all three of these commands are independent commands. They are not part of a wing. Any combat units of these commands may be activated along with the respective combat leaders, just as any normal command. Any combat unit from any of these commands can also be activated as or act like an independent unit. If activated as independents, no more than 2 units from a flexible command may be activated along with any one command. More of them could be so activated with other commands the same turn. Barring special results, any unit from a flexible command can only be activated once per game turn. Command leaders of flexible commands act like normal leaders in all respects, including unit attachment. So, so if you're going to activate him, and
Mm-hmm.
it looks like all of his guys are within reach of him,
Correct.
so looks to me like what you would have is you could try to activate yourself. Failing him activating himself, the individual units can, because this flexibility, can then try to activate themselves. And this is of course very different from a normal command, right?
Right.
Where it would be all or nothing. Um, so but you'd need to roll because obviously he's nowhere near to sacks. But
Okay.
it could be that he rolls and he's fine. So I
All right.
imagine he's
So he is an
yeah, I was gonna
8.
say. Yeah, so it's
All right.
yeah.
So yeah, he
So
passes.
all good.
Okay. All right. So that's good to see. All right. So let's go ahead. So everyone's in command. He's in command. Everybody's happy. So we
Yep.
got, we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4 gets us here. Right? Did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
Hold on. They should be facing hex points.
Oh. Oh, are they facing a hex side? There we go.
Yeah, they're skirmishers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So they're all in the wrong
Yeah. They're
orientation.
all in the wrong orientation at the moment.
Yeah, in fact, I was. Would you put
Okay.
him back where he started, and let's figure out if it's actually possible for him to do what he just did. It probably is.
That's where he started. So let's get him facing a vertex.
Okay,
This guy's
perfect.
facing a vertex. This guy's
Right,
facing a vertex. That guy's facing a
right. There
vertex.
we
Good.
go.
All right.
So he
So,
could go one, two, two and a
yeah, so it's
half.
1 to go there,
Yeah,
2 to go there, two and a
yeah,
half, three and a
three and a
half to
half.
get there.
Sure.
Right?
Okay, perfect, perfect.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, God, I just kept thinking, wait, what's and by the way, muddying the waters is that's not how the units in the readouts are supposed to be facing.
Are they not? Why the readouts are
The
they not
readouts
supposed to
themselves,
the
the
readouts
readouts
or the
themselves,
lunettes?
well, they're just large readouts and small
Oh,
readouts.
okay. Okay.
I mean, they're the same.
Right.
Um, so the units that are, and this is a little confusing. Um,
I thought the large readouts had like an all-around facing or something silly like
oh,
that.
they both do. They both do. Um, so the trick is uh, the only difference is the number of units that can be inside them.
Right.
Well, I think there may be another like implication to combat, but that's the primary thing. If you're in the unit, if you're in the hex, you effectively have all round facing. If you're infantry, if
Right.
you're artillery, you're considered to be in general order, which means you need to face a hex side because it means you have three front
3
facing hexes.
front-facing hexes. Okay.
It probably makes more sense for the readouts themselves to be facing that way because that's the only thing that actually matters is the facing of the artillery.
Okay.
And if the artillery need to change uh, facing, um, they can do that. Obviously, that would be, you know, the equivalent of prolonging, but there would be no disorder check.
Okay.
So anyway, all right. Well, very good. So
One,
that's
two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. All right. There we go. And
now we're talking.
yep. Okay. That's it for the first French activation.
We're practically done and dusted now.
Yep. All right. Let me roll. And now it's one for you. A 72. That's probably a wing activation if you want it.
Yep, that's a wing. Oh, Michael, how do the unit off map units, do you do that, activate them by stack or by command?
Still going to do them by stack. I mean, by command, right?
Yeah, I believe that it is done by command. Hold on. I think stand by if you would.
Sure.
I'm going to be back. You can carry on, but I believe it's by command. And
Okay,
and you can move off map as a part of a limited activation, so the end turn doesn't matter.
okay. So now are we? So I assume I'm going to be taking a wing here.
If you want to take a wing, or you could just activate a
I'm
single
asking my
command.
commander here.
Oh, he's already left. You're in charge. They have not been fed, but they have been walked. Yeah. What's that? Okay. Yep. So who are you going to activate, David?
Well, I'll probably be activating then Spartanburg here.
You want to flash him so I have some idea where he's at? Okay.
And so let's see what. Just make sure I'm aware of. All right. So he is. He's, I need to pull up the movement chart here.
So crossing a stream is +1 and a disorder check.
That's it.
Yeah, and going into the woods is 2 if they're in line.
Where's the movement? Brain effects. Okay, there we go. All right. So the stream is a disorder check and signature. So all right. Bang.
Yeah.
Four. One. All right. All right, we'll start with what's his name here, and actually I will activate. He's part of Moltka's. He's like your. I can activate 2 of his command as independents with us. So this guy here, he's a skirmish unit, and we will also do this hussar down there.
Okay.
All right. And all right, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops.
Oh, no. The woods cost 1 each.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, you just had leaped forward further then.
right. I had it's hard for me to see for whatever reason, the lines for the thing there, and I got a little too far right there. All right, so that's there. All right, then. 1, 2, 3, 4. At 1, 2, 3, 4. And a disorder check.
They're happy, I'm sure.
All right.
Maybe not. We have no idea how good or bad the Dutch are, but
Well, they're
32 is okay.
Yeah. So, and all right. So, and let's see. So this is FT. Whoops. And this final guy here, is that okay, so the gentle slope is nothing. I should have started him maybe somewhere else. Okay, but that's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now we'll do EF. 1, 2, 3, 4. Disorder check. And they are whatever. That's bad.
Ooh, a double off for a disorder.
I believe it's probably shaken and disordered, if I remember.
Usually it's something unpleasant like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Morale checks, disorder checks, movement, disordered and shaken. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Unit disordered. And then we've got 1. Actually, let's see. 1. Yeah, it doesn't matter which way I go then. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll check them. Oh, they're fine.
Yep.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's keep him back at the moment. See where I might need him. Okay, and we'll do them. Disorder check. It was 3.
You just come up with all kinds of stuff there, David.
Yeah, he's probably just.
0-3 for the Dutch. Reroll with double all the original checks pluses. So you're going to have what, like a +5, I think, for going across the stream. So it'll be a +10. So let's roll again. So they're going to be fine.
And so that's BU. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll do his disorder check. He's fine. And I think, okay, and then I was going to do. All right. What's the road? 1/2. And what's cavalry coming out of? Did you ever get my email, Michael, of about sending the chart for the formation and facing change chart?
No, I'm wondering where you keep sending things to that I'm not seeing. But I'd be happy to do that.
Well, I actually found them in the game, and so I just printed them out from there.
Oh, okay. I'm
So
Yeah,
still
they do
kind of
have
missing.
facing changes there. Yeah.
We probably need to be. We probably need to establish why it is I'm not finding these things.
yeah, well, we'll do a test later on
All
that.
right.
We'll figure out what's going on there and why you're not getting mine. All right, so all right, so I'm in road column, and I go. So road, what's cavalry from road column?
Well, you got to go into march column from road column,
All
so that's
right,
going to cost 1 usually, right?
road to march column. Infantry and cavalry. So I'd be in a 2 hex to 1 hex.
Right.
So that'd be 2, right?
Yeah.
So
So
it's 1 plus 1 for each hex difference. So it's 2.
No. That's march to road is 1+1. Road to march is just one per hex difference with a minimum of 1.
Okay, so it's just 1 into there. All right.
well, if he's in 2 hexes, is he paying 2 for it?
No, he's paying 1 for the hex difference. But even if he was only in 1 hex, it would still just be 1.
Okay. Well, so if
But if
he's
you were if you were 3 hexes long, it would cost you 2.
okay.
If you're 2 hexes long, it costs you 2. If you're still in the 1 hex, oh, excuse me,
If you're in 2 hexes, it costs you 1.
2 hexes it costs you 1. If you're in 1 hex, it costs you 1.
Costs you 1. Okay.
Costs you 1 minimum.
Cool. So who's moving, David? I'm not sure.
This guy is going to be
Oh,
the
okay.
one here. He's going to um, so he's going to go 1 or a half 1, 2. All right, we'll come out of road column here. That's 3. And or what? Three, 4, 5. And that'd be 3 to that way. So we'll do, whoops, 4, 5, 6. And 7. Okay. And where's this guy going to end up? This guy is going to end up. All right. So this 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think we'll. All right. We are done.
All right, your turn to roll the dice.
Oh,
That's another one for that, and it doesn't move the clock. So it's one for the French. What shall the French do? Don't know, since we don't know what you guys are doing yet.
I was going to say, it may be one of those times when having the initiatives of questionable value.
Yeah. I've got some artillery units that I don't know who they belong to.
Where?
They're the ones that are here on the west side of the Scheldt.
well, they're probably independents, aren't they?
Well, I would think so.
I don't have any independent artillery. I mean, the only independent units I have are some cavalry, and most of them are optional, or a lot of them are optional. So I'm not sure if all of the ones that are if all the artillery comes out of
No,
this
no, no,
Valerian
no.
brocade, or
Well, that brocard is just I mean, I think he's a special leader. That's not really a command. I don't believe he is. I believe he's a special leader. He's a special can put uh like two hexes of guns together kind of guy.
3 hexes.
Okay.
so then are all of my artillery independent?
Yeah.
Because I don't see any single artillery unit attached to any of my cavalry or my infantry.
Right.
Okay, but I did see this little thing under that fella, and so I'm just like, well, does that mean?
Yeah, that little bracket is a bit confusing because it implies that there's a command, but that's not I'm sure that's not what it means.
Okay,
I mean, it wouldn't make much sense. Um, and he's a special leader, so he's not a command leader anyway.
right.
So, well, yeah, they're independent.
Okay,
Activate them however you like.
okay. Well, that's good to know. I think I will move some cavalry since at least they have somewhere to go. So I've got these guys that are back here by the Chemin de Tournai. So this group here, which must be under Crequois, who knows how to pronounce it? It's French. I'm looking forward to being abused in the comment section for all the mispronunciations that I'm sure will be happening. So let's bring them forward. Well, let me roll first because I think he's definitely out of command range of Sax, who's way back here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Although Sex with that 8 command range, that's nothing to sneeze at. But
yeah.
right.
Yeah, even then, right? Even on
Yeah.
that's 16. He's more than 16
Yeah.
away. So here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Let's roll for him. A 6, and let's see what he is. He's a 5. So oh well. I guess we won't be doing any rapid marches, right?
All right, fair
So,
enough. Since you don't have a
1,
destination,
2, 3,
it's
4,
impossible to get
5,
lost.
6. Exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Voila, as they say en français.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. It's back to you, Michael.
Well,
That's
apparently the
another
French are
one.
going to move everybody before we move anybody, which is really weird, but okay.
Maybe. Maybe it's weird. Although I could always just opt and let you take the initiative, right?
Sure. I mean, obviously, you might prefer to make us kind of declare what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
In that sense, that is certainly a valid choice.
yeah. Okay. And those other little roads are just regular roads. Okay. Right. Well, what do we do for this independent artillery? Do we have to roll for them to make the initiative, or we just move
So
them?
it's the way independent units work is if they are in range of the activated command leader, because remember, independent units have to activate with a formation,
Right,
even if they're nowhere near the formation. If they are near the formation, then they can draw command from the activated leader.
right,
If they're not, then they can draw command from any non-command leader, so wing leader, whatever.
right,
Obviously, in this case, neither of those applies, right?
right,
Then they have to roll for themselves. But again, remember, because they're artillery, they can't rapid march anyway.
right.
So it's kind of moot.
Okay. So, but I do have to at least activate somebody for them to move
That's right.
along with. Okay.
Absolutely so, yes.
All right. So I've got this other huge cavalry force here. I will activate them along with this group here, which must be under Montesson.
That's the Garde de Maison.
Oh, okay. They certainly look pretty.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see. This guy's gonna turn 1. Whoops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gets him there. And same with this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the last guy on the reservation. Okay, cool. And then these guns, let's move them across the creek. So going across the pontoon bridge, you're going across the bridge, that's just like it's still road, right?
It's still road, yeah.
Okay.
There was some mention in there that there is no terrain type
Right.
for bridge. It's just art.
Okay. So 1,
I didn't think you could move any of the artillery that was on the other side of the river across.
Oh, hold on.
oh,
Yep.
really?
Well, you might be right. Definitely the one that's down by Antoine can't move.
Yeah, that's what I
Um,
thought.
yeah, but oh boy, how are we going to find that though?
All right. Well, I'll let you figure that out.
Yeah.
And then whenever we do, we can move it. It's not going to make a big deal one way or the other.
No,
So,
absolutely.
all right.
Yeah, in fact, it would be quite mysterious why they're there at all if they're not allowed to move.
Yeah. All right. It's over to you, Michael. Go ahead. Chuck some dice.
I just did.
Oh, okay. Then I'll
That's
chuck some dice.
it's your roll. Yeah.
It is a tie. Let's try this again. Oh, 0-6 for the Allies. What is
Uh,
0-6 for the Allies?
well,
Not
no,
for the
it'd be
Allies, for the French.
6 for the French.
Command lethargy. The other player picks one of your commands, which is activated with half its movement points. Okay. No RM or CC allowed. No road movement or close combat allowed. May be negated by
Rapid march is
command
what I
leader
expect.
initiative roll. Okay.
And may be negated by a command leader initiative roll. All right. And what, David? Any ideas?
Who would you like to be lethargetic? Not athletic, but lethargetic.
I don't have any particular. Let's see.
I mean, obviously part of the problem is we're so early in the game that I
Right.
don't know, maybe that guy, just because he's moving troops over there.
Okay.
So he can roll.
So where did you go? I have no idea where you're at on the map.
Well, do you not have the clicker to
I
click
just
on the
didn't I
thing?
just didn't see it, so I don't know where you're clicking.
I'm still clicking.
Oh, those people over there. Oh, way up there in the north. Okay, I was looking down further south. Okay, so what's it
Yeah,
say I've got to do here? I've got to roll something.
just a
The
leader
affected player
eligible.
must roll leader initiative for the affected
Right.
command. If he fails, this event takes place as described. If he passes, this unit is considered no effect. The event is considered no effect. The same command may be affected more than once in a turn by this event until such a time as the affected command leader fails. All right, so I guess if I pass the morale check, then we roll again, right? For initiative, like nothing happened. I don't get the command, is the sound of it, right?
Yeah, it does sound like that. You're
Yeah.
right.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, let me throw a die and see what we get. An 8. Well, I'm sure he's going to fail. He's probably not that good. No, he's a 4.
No.
Okay. So, boy, everybody's only moving half. Well, I didn't want
Yeah.
to move anybody right now anyway
Yeah,
of those
well, that's
guys.
why we thought it
So,
was kind of moot, so I just
yeah,
picked something.
yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, well, that's done. So now it's over to David to roll some dice.
Okay. Boom.
And that's another one for the French. Why don't you go ahead and take it?
Okay. Since we're
Okay.
doing the detachments, I will assume that I will continue with my
Yeah, absolutely.
guys over here. Let's see which one will go next. Who do I have up here? He's part of Mulkey, and he is part of Mulkey, and this is. I'm going to do Brigadier Elias. Is that what it is?
Who
There.
knows?
Just flash him. I presume he's with all
Oh, I did.
that bundle
Yeah.
of Dutch. Okay.
He's
I'm
under.
a little alarmed that you're flashing him, but okay.
It's
You're
all right. We're
alarmed
all
that I'm.
friends.
Hmm.
It's
Oh,
nothing we haven't seen
I
before.
get. I get it. And I'm also going to activate these 2 Moltka units there. All right. Let's see.
Okay, so while you're doing that, I'll just explain that Rule 3.9D talks about artillery west of the Escaut, or as they say in Flemish, the Scheldt, which is how we usually know it by. The artillery on the west side, for operational regions that are larger than the game, they may not cross to the east side. And the scenarios may have other restrictions on them. Scenario 4 certainly does. Scenario 5 also does, and scenario 6 uses the same setup. Um, these units are subject to Rule 39D, that is to say, they can't move to the east of the river. In addition, the 4-pound Swedish guns may not move more than 10 hexes away from North 1421. Sure, the intent is they're all supposed to help guard the bridgehead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did not realize that when I set them up. So I will rearrange them some way.
No, I mean it's totally fine. I mean, really, it's immaterial. The battle never, ever, ever in a million years going to get there.
4, 5. Oh, somebody clicked on the map, and all of a sudden everything moved for me.
Oh yeah, he was just resetting up the guns.
Right.
Yeah.
Need to go to hex
I
points. So.
I had a guy moving, and he was like, "Okay." Oh, he's now in the middle of things. So let me see where it was. I said one,
That's so sad.
two,
These were real
three.
nice 12-pound guns.
All right, I got to turn off that.
That's making you crazy.
Yes.
I don't think they're 12-pounders. They're 4-pounders.
Oh, is it? Then what is the
Yeah.
12?
12 is that's their effectiveness rating.
No, they've
Yes,
got
see,
it. I
some of
thought
them
it's a
are.
24.
Oh, no. That's just the unit ID number.
Oh, okay.
It's number 12, number 11.
Right. Okay.
But their type is in the black circle, the 4S.
Okay.
All right. You done clicking around over there?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do some more just to cause some
Yeah,
havoc.
yeah.
Just a little
Three,
psychological operation.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, um, from all right, so he's 4 to there. No, okay. Three, 4, 5. He's 5 to there. Excuse me. All right. 6. Why am I doing that? No, never mind. Okay. He's third in road here. 1, 2. Comes
Okay.
out 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 4. He's going to go into line that way. 4. And then he's going to go 5, 6. All right. And this one here is going to go. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. Come out of road column.
Your other guy just suddenly leaped halfway into the woods.
Oh, he was.
He was still attached to your highlighted thing.
So he was right there, right? Okay.
I'm going to guess so. Sure.
Yeah, that's where he was. And all right, so this guy goes to there in 4, 5, and 6 to there. All right. Why does it look like that has, no, it doesn't. All right, and then this guy here is going to go. What's infantry in? All right, never mind. I'll go. All right. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a disorder check. Oh, he's very happy. And he is EL or EI or whatever it is. Is there anybody else with him? Yes, this guy back here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to do a disorder check. 52. And he's at 36, 46. Yeah, he's fine. Or is he? 51.
Well, let's see. For going across the obstruction, it's usually +5, right?
Right.
And then
did
for
one
the rapid march,
1 hexel rapid march.
so that's another +5. So it's a +10. So
Okay,
yeah. So he's with it modified. his effectiveness rating is a 46, and so a 53 is more than enough.
More than enough. And I think that's all I have for that command, HK. So these two guys are finished, whatever. There's a finished marker. Okay. And flip this guy. All right.
All right. I don't know whose turn it is to roll next. Is it back to Michael?
Beats me. If
Well,
David's not saying it's his turn, then I'm going to go ahead.
I think it was because I did like whatever,
Yeah.
2.
Uh-oh. Another tie.
Okay, but it doesn't push the clock yet.
God dang it.
That pushes
Well, now
the
we
clock,
push the
and that is a tie.
It's kind of like pointing at the left field wall. You know,
Yep.
that's what this is all about.
All right, that one is definitely one for the Allies. Did not
All
move the
right.
clock.
These are Molka. Oh, he's the guy. I don't know, something I think there was supposed to be, that's why the reason why these guns are out here was I think there's supposed to be a road marker on that, but we will. It's my mistake. All right, let's activate.
So is that Lieutenant von Issel? Is he?
He's a
kind
special.
Of like, okay, so he's kind of like the other my guy in that regard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
he's not quite as good as your guy, but yeah, he's a special with the guns there.
I don't know that my guy is any better than yours, right? Don't they just both allow you to combine some stuff together or something?
No, the truth is basically because we're not using any of the silly 3-pounders, there's actually only 2 units he can command.
Okay.
Where your guy can do 3 hexes of guns, and you actually have 3
Oh,
hexes
okay.
worth of guns. So in that sense, he's better.
All right, let's see here. I'm going to activate Halkett.
Gesundheit.
Let's see, and let's activate these hussars with that. And the so we got, what are they on that? They're +1 on the stream and line. Okay. So, and to the gentle slope, nothing. All right. So that's 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. And Halkett himself will go. No, boy. I didn't set these up the greatest, did I? All right.
Oh dear.
That's well, actually, let's see what. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. this other guy with him is this one back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Across this stream. I'm pretty sure he's okay. Yeah. Well, 4, yeah, 41. It's the stream. And all right, I think that's him.
All right, let me chuck some dice. It's another tie. Ah, that moves the clock, and that's 1 for you.
Wait a minute. How's that a tie?
2-1 is
A 2-1 because I get a +1, right? So then it's a 2-2.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were referring to the 9-7.
No,
No,
2-1
and
was
then
my
it-
first roll. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay. So, so that is an allied one and a move of the clock.
Yep.
Okay.
all right. We're only on. It's amazing. We're only on 2 of the clock thing.
I know. But,
That's because the end turn marker is an 11. So,
well, and I think it'll make a whole lot more sense once all the commands are really involved.
yeah.
Because you'll get there fast. But as it is, there's not a whole lot of action on the board.
We'll do Salus.
Okay.
Hey,
Salus will go bump, don't, and he'll go underneath this guy here. And since this is the wing leader's gonna go, where's he gonna go? He's gonna go up into there. Looks like a good place. And that's what I should have done some more of. Okay, it's me. I guess we're back
It's
to
your
me.
turn. Yep.
Okay, boom.
And that's
And
1 for the
that's-
French.
Does not move the clock.
It does not. It's close, but no cigar. So I still don't understand what I'm supposed to do. So you've played this one before. What are these?
Yes.
What are these 4-pound Swedish guns supposed to do? Because
So-
I've got some that are deployed out here in front, and I'm not
That's
sure
right.
what the heck they're there
So-
for.
So to be clear, they're not terribly powerful, but they are able to double prolong. They can fire and double prolong. So they're extremely mobile.
Okay.
And so you could use them just, obviously they're going to be mostly doing those 1 to 3 pot shots. Unless, well, of course, if you got your command leader, your special leader out there, then all 3 of them can combine at any range. And it's possible you could get some shots when people get kind of close. And then they can skedaddle the hell out of the way before anybody can hold them to account.
So they've got to be adjacent to the other batteries, or just
No,
just
not at all.
within-
I'm just saying that special leader that's stacked with them
right? This guy here.
could get all 3 of them to fire together because.
Well, there's only 2 of them there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I assumed there was one under him.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Never mind. All right. So No, I mean,
But he can, because he only has to be next to them to be able to affect them, it says.
right. So truth is, I mean, there's nothing special about them other than they're really fast, but they're not very strong. And really, after this battle, the French realized that they weren't very effective and stopped using them. So, don't feel bad if you don't see what the point is.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I was trying to figure out what exactly I was supposed to do with these guys.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
and
they're because they're so mobile, kind of using them as a picket line is actually not completely unreasonable. You
okay.
probably you wouldn't want 12 pounders out there. That'd be kind of asking for trouble, asking for a
Right.
cavalry charge, right?
Well, I don't have any 12 pounders anyway. So,
Yeah, yeah, no, you
yeah.
don't. You get my point.
Yep. Yep.
When activated, well, it sounds like you activate him. When activated, he may affect the fire of any artillery units within his 1 hex command range.
Right,
He may combine the fire of any of these stacks of artillery at any one target at any range.
right.
And any artillery fire that is led by him receives a 1 column odds shift to the right.
Oh,
Oh,
hey now, there you go.
sheesh. That is good. That is better
Uh,
than
If
a
he
poke
is,
in the eye.
yeah,
the
and if he
thing,
is activated and used his special abilities in a fire combat segment, he may not move in the movement segment of his activation.
Okay.
the thing about him is, oh, that's really weird. It it doesn't describe him as as a special leader.
Right. Other than he is under the special leaders section 3.3.
Yeah, I
But
see.
it talks about activating him. Yeah.
Well, but you'd still can activate a special leader. It's just you would do so while a command is activating.
Okay.
Well, that's still a valid thing to say, even if he's not a, a, a special leader. That's just funny. It's just strange that it doesn't say. That I'm trying to think through the implications of it. Um, if he were a command leader, what would that mean? That would mean that most of his units wouldn't be within his command range. And it would mean that they would all activate at once instead of activating individually, or potentially with the units that they're associated with the formations they're associated with. Um, the fact that
Well,
they have to roll to put themselves in command isn't a very big deal because, first of all, they're probably not moving much. And secondly, they really high, really good effectiveness ratings. I'm trying to imagine, is it possible that he really is supposed to be a command leader?
I
And
don't think, I mean,
Well, the
it's
problem is,
weird reading.
yeah. I mean, just looking at that's why I was curious about, what he's got because there's like some, I mean, none of the units that he's near except for, no, actually, none of the units that he's near are under that little umbrella on the
yeah,
order of battle chart.
right.
Um, and so that's why I was like, who's he really commanding? But so he's got to be a special leader, kind of like some of those other artillery leaders that we've
Yeah,
saw at
yeah.
Lobosets and stuff.
I, I've never played with him as a command leader. I think we've all just kind of assumed that it's because the artillery's scattered all over the place and
Right.
they're not under operational control of any individual.
Right.
So,
And
yeah,
it actually underneath him, it does reference the artillery units as being independent. It says, even if he
okay.
fails his initiative, the independent artillery units may still roll for their separate initiatives.
Well, now wait a minute. Say that again. He may use his initiative to place in command any artillery within his command range, even if he fails his initiative. The independent artillery units may still roll for their separate initiatives. Would you flip him over?
Sure. He's got an initiative of 7.
I was going to say I'm starting to change my mind because you know what all of the commanders look like at Dorndorf, the
Yeah,
artillery commanders that were the special commanders, right?
yeah. I don't think they had an initiative rating.
No, they didn't that would have been moot.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to change my view on this. He
Plus
must
he's got
be
plus he's got a
amazing.
command range. Well, I think the other guys had a command range thing too.
They, yeah, but
But
it was
yeah,
like I said, it was in a big black circle,
right,
just basically just telling you what the range was, but making it clear that he was Abby normal.
right.
So okay, and notice that Van Issel's the same way.
Yeah, I was
He
just going to look him up and
he
just see what.
looked like a regular command leader, and any Dutch artillery within his command range, even if he fails initiative, the independent artillery units can still roll for their separate initiatives. So that kind of means that, first of all, I'm I'm going to say that they must be command leaders, but the implication of it is that when he activates, he's activating all of his artillery in his formation, whether they're near him or not. And in the case of the French guy, that's kind of weird. Because it means that you may have to fire the guns on one part of the line at a different time than you'd like to on another part of the line. But you won't have a choice. Because they'll activate with him. That's super weird. I'd never noticed that before.
Huh. So that means that the guns are not independent,
Yeah, that's
even though it says they're independent.
well, but they're independent in the same sense as those flexible commands are. That even if he doesn't pass his initiative to
Right.
put himself in command, the distinct units can. Now, again, remember, it's largely moot, right? I mean,
But no, but
artillery,
what you're saying is if I wanted to fire an artillery piece, say down at Fontenoy,
yes,
or move an artillery piece from somewhere, I I would have to activate him and all the artillery on the board simultaneously. Is that what
that,
you're suggesting?
well, I mean, that's super weird.
It is super weird.
And yet, to me, that is the implication of them being members of his command, because you activate when your leader activates. I mean, that's the way it works. Whether you're within his command range or not, you activate at the same time he does. Um, and, and where in the world that is? I can't
That
believe
that
that.
sounds like a question for Matthew.
Well, it does feel like one because it's boy. I had never ever imagined that the artillery were not all individual independent units and he was a special leader. And yet we're starting to show evidence here that he's not a special leader. He's a command leader who's got some special abilities. And then there's all kinds of implications. Because, when it says even if he fails his initiative roll, the independent artillery units may still roll for their separate initiatives, it doesn't really say when. Because, I mean, that's acting more like it's a flexible command where they can still go ahead and roll for themselves, even if he's unable to put them in command. But
Right.
that doesn't suggest that they're independent units and they can do whatever the hell they want. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, so here I am plumbing the depths
So I'm
of,
glad that you've played this so many times.
yeah.
That you
But
are
the
the
funny
expert
part
in
is,
trying to
is
figure it out. Yeah.
I mean, one time was with Paul, for goodness sake. So, you'd think that we would have known what was going on. But all right, well, so let's. Fortunately, it's probably moot for the first turn.
Yes.
Um, but now I'm gonna go look here in the bar. And by all means, but carry on doing whatever it is we're
Okay. Well,
doing.
I mean, the reason I was inquiring, or where it makes a difference, is I wanted to, activate this command down in Fontenoy to limber a gun and kind of move it to get it positioned somewhere else. But if I have to move
Okay.
all the other artillery on the map at the same time, I don't know how that's going to work because I'm not prepared to move all the artillery on the map. Because,
Right, right,
yeah.
right. Okay, okay. Well, he's mentioned a lot
Oh, on
on him.
consim. Okay.
So, okay, so this is good. Uh, so I'm gonna go here and all right. So this is actually Paul Borscher's answering a question from Pierre Miranda. It's a small planet. I know who all these people are.
Yeah.
Um, he says, is he considered a non-command leader? If yes, is he subject to 6.6a and must activate along with a command, right? Correct. On the last point, however, C 3.3D points D and E. He can activate along with any command, and tracing to the sacks is not necessary for him to act. He may have to use his initiative to place artillery in command, but tracing to the sacks is not necessary to activate him. Um, but that's not different than anybody else. I mean, anybody can,
Right. Yeah. 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 That's the
any
same for
leader can put
anybody.
himself in command. That's not unique. Um, I'm also still just struggling with the whole idea of what does it even mean to put yourself in command if you're an artillery unit. I guess your movement is halved if if you can't put yourself in command. Yeah, if you can't get in command, your movement is halved. So I guess there's that.
Right.
Um, your leader being in command is meaningless because you can't roll into a enemy zone of control anyway, and you can't rapid march. So I don't really think that any of that applies. Um, all right, so clearly Paul's version is they're non-command leaders, and then the reason he's got an initiative rating is again why. I'm trying to figure out what
Well,
the point is of him
yeah.
putting himself in command. He may use his initiative to place in command any artillery within his command range. Okay, but if they're all independent, then why would that be important? It suggests that that's not the case. It suggests um, that they're not independent, because if they were independent, that would be irrelevant.
Yeah. And they are, I mean, like, so I've got, looking at the chart, clearly it identifies independent infantry commands. And I've
Yeah,
got one, two, three, four of those. And
right.
then it
And it,
tells me what the independent cavalry units are. And I've got, two or three of those.
right.
Um, but, like if we looked at like uh, some of the ones from later, right? Prague or something like that, it would then show the artillery in a separate bucket somewhere saying independent artillery.
which it all the French artillery is separate, but under Brocard on the loss chart.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's why, you know, it's,
All right.
it's strange.
Um, I'm willing to bet that for this turn, it's not going to be a big deal.
Right.
So why don't you just go ahead and move them as if they're independent this turn while we try to figure out what the dang deal is.
Okay. So I was going to activate this guy down here in Fontenoy,
Okay?
Van Gogh. And he's out of range from our boy Sax. So let me roll to see if he puts himself in command. He does. Okay, so I was just going to limber this gun, right?
Okay.
And let's see. And then move it one, right? Or I guess it would be one that way, like that. Yep.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And that was the extent of it. Woo woo. Party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looks good. Looks
Yep.
good. Okay. All right then.
All right. I think it's. Well, let's see. David rolled that one, so it's over to you, Michael.
Okay.
Okay, that one's gonna move the clock, and that is a solid wing command for the Allies.
Sweet.
Other than the only thing I've got left in that whatchamacallit
In that detachment.
detachment is Moltke,
Yes. Whatever.
which is fine because
Just
he'll
get them in gear.
get him in gear.
He's got some Scotsmen there. Somebody's wearing kilts.
Yeah, it's nice, huh? It's quite the hodgepodge of troops he's got.
So, all right. Now, everybody is in range of Moltke. So that's good. And I'm going to activate the two artillery. Okay, again, are they independent or
I'm sorry, what was the question?
my artillery here? Are they?
Dutch artillery with
Oh, right.
von
It's the same.
Jordel. Yeah.
It's fundamentally the same problem. Because, I mean, they look the same, the way that they're treated in the rules. So if I look at the Allied loss chart, it's probably going to be the same thing. No, it isn't. It's actually even worse. Because here's the Dutch. Where are those 6-pounders?
Well, one's the howitzer and one is a
One is a
six
six pounder. Yeah.
Where's
The
the
re-
other
that's,
6-pounder?
everything else is
And then he's got six. There's 6 3-pounders somewhere.
no. We're not using those.
Oh, you're not using
No, we're
those.
not.
Okay.
No, we left them out.
And then
Oh,
there's
that's
some
interesting.
British howitzer, or there's somebody who's got blue coats that are howitzers.
I'm just trying to figure this out. According to the loss chart, there are 3 Dutch artillery units. There's a howitzer, and there's a 3-4 6-pounder, and a 2-4 6-pounder.
The one I've got doesn't show that.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying that we probably ought to investigate
What chart are you looking on?
the loss chart.
Oh, I'm looking
Yeah.
at the order of battle chart. So
I'm looking at the loss chart.
Weird.
Um, Now the one I got printed here, I printed off the is that where I printed it from?
Yeah. The vassal module doesn't include it, but the loss chart includes it. That's mysterious. Okay. So here I am looking a little further. Dutch artillery. It only shows 1 6-pounder in scenario 2. And it shows.
Lost chart, are you seeing the one in the game?
It's the one I printed off the website. The loss chart for the Austrian, English, Hanoverian troops. Is there a separate loss chart for the Dutch? And I just.
Yep.
Yeah, there is.
Separate dot.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
you got two. Yeah, those are your English. Yeah, those are.
Yeah,
two
Okay.
there's a separate
Sorry.
loss chart for the Dutch. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Boy, that makes way more sense then.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I got 1 6-pounder, 100. Yeah.
Same problem though, that they got the artillery leader up at the top there, making it ambiguous whether those are independent units or whether he's the command leader for them. And again, on the army, on the order of battle, it shows a bracket as if he's their command leader.
Right.
That's so damn weird.
All right. For this turn, I'll move them as independent, but let them. They will move.
Yeah, well, we just let him do it, so
Yeah.
you should too.
And then, okay. All right. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So since I forgot to put the road extensions on these guys, this guy here is going to start. He's going to move into road column. And so that's 2 to move into road column, right? Formation. There, right? 2. And then he's going to go up the road. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Does that make sense?
Sure.
All right. This guy is going to do 3 into road column. He's going to 3, 4. Well, he's only going to use 5, so he's going to make it to there. And all right, so he's in road column there. Okay. This guy here. All right, so he's in column. All right. All right, so 1/2, 1.5. 2. 3. And actually, it's only one I can get. 4. Okay. And this one's going, and he makes a disorder check. Ooh, he might have disordered. Oh, yeah, he's disordered, so. Morale disordered. Okay. And then this guy, he's going to go 1/2, 1.5, 2, 3, 4. He'll make a disorder check, and he's okay. And then this guy's going to go 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4. Five, 6. And the guns, artillery and player dots, they do. That's just 1. And what are they doing? 3. Village 2. 1. If he goes into road column from there, it's 1 artillery per hex, right?
Correct.
All right. And does he do that by going forward, or does he have to extend behind him?
You know, it's funny. I just read somebody talking about that. We've always played it that you can go either way. The person online was suggesting that the rules insisted that you have to go backwards, or maybe they said the primer said that. Um, I've never understood why it mattered, because it seems to me that, I mean, either one would be the same evolution, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you're spreading out from the
Yeah,
single
you're
hex.
either either some people are counter marching, or you're just sending somebody
Right.
forward along the line of
Well,
march. It seems
they
to
are.
me
They
that
all
it's
got. They pretty much have the doesn't matter which way, because I can only really get them into road column there, road column there, and this guy's just going to come up behind. He's going to be in road column there, and he's there, and I'm going to put the missile there, and let's see.
So the 3 increment one needs to spread out 1 more.
Oh, there's 1 3 increment. I thought. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 6-pounders. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I thought they were both 2 there. Sorry. Okay, that and see. All right, so Koenig, 1, 2, 5 is going to go there, and Moltke is going to go up there, and actually, let's even do one more in front of that. Yeah, okay.
Now, Dave, we should probably wrap things up here. We're about 2 hours in, but I'm confused with Mulkey's stuff. You've had a lot of stuff that was activating with other activations that are part of his formation, and looking in there, I didn't see anything, so I was curious.
It's under that special guide.
It's under the flexible command thing.
Yeah, it's 2.1. It's on page 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I looked under von Moltke. I'm like, I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
There. Okay.
Yeah. For what it's worth, Eric, I actually took a PDF that I scanned for David, and I uploaded it to Google Notebook LM.
Okay.
And I'm actually able to search through it now pretty well. So it's kind of handy for those cases where it's like, I know it's in here somewhere. Where is it?
Okay, so there we go. So that's why you could only have 2 of them activated at a time with von Moltke.
With 2 of them with another command, I could activate 2 of them as independents, or I can activate them all with von Moltke or whatever's. In this case, I did whatever was left.
Okay. So it's not just the units that have the black outline around them. It's all of the units.
That's what we figured out, I think. So.
Okay. No, I was just curious because.
Oh, you're talking about the dotted black outline?
Yeah, they've got like a dotted black line around them, and so I'm like, well, is it just those guys or what?
I think the dotted black lines are the Austrians.
No.
No, they're skirmishers.
And they're listed under the skirmishers are listed under Austrians, and the hussars are listed under the Austrians.
Dash line indicates skirmishers or light cavalry. It says on the combat key of the of the order of battle.
Okay.
I'm not really sure why it bothers, but that is, I mean, I guess it's true. Those are skirmishers and light cavalry. So,
right, and they are the only light cavalry, I think, on the board, right?
On my side, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I don't know if you have any, come to think of it. Yeah.
I don't think I've got anything. All my guys.
Yeah.
I do. Well, there's optional ones, but I don't know that we're using them.
I don't think we put them on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I guess there are. Yeah, and if you look under just the second 4.1a, the skirmishers are Austrian, the light cavalry are Austrian, and then there's some also dragoons that are Austrian. So
okay, as long as you know, because I think the Austrians didn't turn or change formation as quickly as the Dutch and the British. I think the Austrians, from what I remember seeing, they were kind of like the French, I think.
Are you talking about like when doing formation changes?
Yeah, I thought so. I thought I saw something showing the Austrians were different, but maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Let me look. Where is that chart?
Well, it's not in the downloads, but I did find them in the game. So, but I don't see. Oh yeah, there is. The French are the same.
Yeah, French and Austrian movement points are the same. The English and Hanoverians are one thing. The Dutch are something else, and then the French and Austrians are the same. So, just keep that in mind when you're moving the Austrians around. They are not.
Yep.
They are less well trained than your other guys. So.
That's anything weird. Yeah, the formation chart isn't there. I printed the download.
Right. And that's why I had emailed you and said, oh, I was looking for the formation change and the facing change charts, and I said they're not in that download.
But they are on the Vassal module. Yeah.
So I just
I'll be darned. That's
printed them
wild.
from there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad that's the case. It's just it's exasperating when these things get out of sync. Uh,
All right.
Formation change. Oh, wonderful. Yes. Now, if I tried printing that, is it going to let me? Hmm.
What are you trying to? Oh, you just. I went into the module,
Yeah, and just
changed
copied
it,
it.
and changed it into a zip file, and then
Of
just went
course.
in and opened it up and printed it.
Totally, totally makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, first of all, completely agree. We should probably call it a night. It's been a good start and a lot of bizarre rules investigation, but it wouldn't be a bar game without it.
Of course.
Yes,
Uh,
indeed.
Sunday night game. And so this is 0500. And here I am making a copy.
Yeah. Same here.
All right.
Okay.
Save game at Fontenoy 2.
And
Fontenoy.
I have mostly typed up my question for Consem World, and of course, having to be very clear about what rules we checked and
Right.
what this says. And so I'll be sure to call my attorney in the morning, and we'll look it over. It'll just cost me $150 to have him look it over.
There you go.
Well,
Well, we'll
let
start a
Chat
GoFundMe.
GPT do it. They'll make up all kinds of fake references and stuff
Oh,
like that for you.
indeed. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
ChatGPT is the best.
I had a friend of mine who was an attorney years ago, and he said that, oh, sure, it looks like I'm an attorney, but actually I'm in the stationery business. And I went, huh? He said, yeah. It's like somebody says, hey, can you write a letter to such and so to make them stop doing such and so? It's like, yeah, I guess so. What I'm doing is I'm basically selling my stationery.
There you go. That's one way of looking at it.
Putting stern words at the bottom. So, anyway. All right,
Okay,
sirs. Have
cool.
yourselves a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you again. Oh, there's probably a good reason why we're not getting together next week, isn't there? Or
Well,
is there?
I don't know. Are we? I mean, it's Father's Day, but I don't think that's going to have an impact on my schedule.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was the week after that we had a
The
problem.
week after, I might be a little late. We might have to take a later start, but it's the 4th of July. I'm gone. I'm traveling,
Oh, right.
and then
Yeah.
after that, we were out in Consem. So we should be able to play for the next 2 Sundays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll be. I know I'm taking Lori to the airport that day, but I think that's in the afternoon, and so no